First of all, they have to be alive. They have to be alive. Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin says that there's different things that, different requirements. There's also several different possibilities of the name of the Mashiach. But first and foremost, it has to be someone that is extraordinarily righteous, and someone that, for example, it says if the Mashiach came in a generation of Daniel, the prophet Daniel, then Daniel would be the one, because he was the most righteous in his generation. If it was in a generation of Rabbi HaKadosh, which is Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, the original Rebbe that wrote the Mishnah, then it would have actually been Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. Everyone in that generation, all of the rabbis, all of the giants in that generation agreed that if Mashiach is coming now, Hashem would choose Rebbe. Which means also that we have an indication that it's not just someone chosen by just a few people, or even if it's more than a few people, but just his own students. But rather, everyone's students have to agree that yes, this is it. The only people that believe that the Lubavitcher Rebbe is Mashiach are people from Lubavitch. And not even all of them believe it. Some of them do. Many of them do, but not all of them do. Point being is that also it says three or four different possible names of the Mashiach. One of them is Menachem. And that's also one of the proofs that or at least they use it as a proof, or misuse it as a proof, of why they think the Lubavitcher Rebbe is Mashiach. The problem is that they didn't read the rest of that Gemara. Because when it comes to that name, Menachem, it says the first, middle, and last name. Meaning it's not, with all the other name possibilities, it just says the first name possibility. Like Shiloh and so on. Whereas with Menachem, it actually says the full name. And that full name is not the same thing as the Lubavitcher Rebbe's full name. The only thing he fits is Menachem. So also another mischaracterization, misinterpretation of the Gemara. Aside from that, it has to be somebody that is chosen by God, not by his people. God has to tell him he's Mashiach, not he himself. And he has to have a clear descendancy from King David. Meaning he cannot be a convert. He cannot be someone that's just righteous, but not from the direct descendant of King David. So, again, I don't know who the exact lineage of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, but I know that it's some people debate whether he's even of the lineage of King David at all. Of course, his followers say that he is. Nonetheless, that's also one of the requirements. He has to be a descendant of King David and also a descendant of King Solomon. Meaning, King David had several sons, but it has to be King David. Solomon was one of his sons, but it has to come from Solomon's lineage. And then several other requirements. But the point being is that when the Mashiach comes, we will know it. It's not going to be up for debate, which is really the most important thing. The Mashiach is not going to be a debatable issue. It's not going to be some people agree is Mashiach, some people he's going to disagree is Mashiach. The Torah tells us in several places that once Mashiach comes, everyone is going to know, including the Goyim, including the enemies, including the lovers, including the women and the men, including the children. Everyone is going to know in the entire world that he is Mashiach. It's not going to be up for debate. Some are going to follow him. Some are going to be killed by him. But needless to say, everyone's going to know it's him. Everyone's going to know it's him. So, with all due respect, Vodobim Komot to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, not everyone said he's Mashiach, not today, not then, not after. So that's the thing.